Do you go to movie theaters anymore?
I love them. I saw Late Night with the Devil the day it came out. I really encourage everybody to go see that. It was an IFC movie, but it's well done. I'm not normally a horror fan, but this was different. I think you'll dig it. It's called Late Night with the Devil. We see backstage now after Triple H has ran roughshod over the Hebners and reclaimed his world title, and Eddie Guerrero and China are good and better than ever. Now we're seeing Shane talking to Linda a little bit, trying to get the scoop, and Linda not really sharing all the information. I was glad to see Linda at WrestleMania this year. Isn't it wild that, and I know you didn't watch all the WrestleMania or anything, as you shouldn't. I mean, god dang, you got so much going on. But the idea that Linda was at WrestleMania and Vince wasn't, man, that still feels weird, doesn't it?
That's kind of mind blowing, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand the realities of where we are. I'm
Right.
just saying a few years ago, if you would have been like, yeah, Triple H and Shane, I don't know that Shane was there, but we'll say he was. Stephanie, we know was there. And Linda, yeah, they're all there, except Vince. Oh, was he homesick? Nope.
Can't come.
Was he in the hospital? Nope. Just not there. Not welcome. Yeah. Wow.
That term, not welcome.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And I'm not defending Vince by saying, oh, here comes the man. I'm not defending Vince by saying this, but it is a company he built.
Oh, no doubt. Dude, look at this presentation. This is my favorite version of Taz. Not the WWF version, but I'm saying he is Taz still here. Mm-hmm. He's got the black towel Jones, got the black boots, the hardcore title's on the line, but he's got the ECW world title wrapped around his waist. I absolutely love this era of Taz. He was one of my favorites in 97, 98, 99, and now here we are in 2000, and he has seemingly done it all in ECW. Here he is in the big time. He handed Kurt Angle his very first loss in January at Madison Square Garden. Now, randomly, he finds himself on the WWF programming as the ECW champion, but he's out first. Yeah. And here comes Perry Saturn, who looks as big as the house here. He looks great, doesn't he?
He does. Saw Perry at WrestleCade. He was right across from me.
Man, I was so glad to see him pop back up again.
Yeah,
I mean,
me too.
We used to get questions all the time about, hey, what's up with Perry Saturn? Where's Perry Saturn? And to see him back after all he's gone through, really excited that he's back. Wish Crash Holly was still with us. He's gone, but he is doing a run-in with the Hardcore Championship. We got a three-way way here with Perry Saturn leading the charge right now. Again, you got to think about the optics of this. I think that's what Meltzer was trying to say. This is supposedly the ECW champion, but he's wrestling guys for the hardcore title. And as you know, Tony, the hardcore title was positioned as, you know, a C-level belt in the WWF.
Right.
Like you had the world title, and then you had the Intercontinental title, and then you had pretty much everything else. And so it's down there, and it's like, okay, should the ECW champion be wrestling Crash Holly? And I'm sure the WWF decision makers thought at the time, but yeah, folks in the ECW arena would eat that up.
Right.
I get that, but you know, if you were a hardcore ECW fan, you got to be thinking, hey, I want to see the ECW champion versus some of their top tier competition, a Jericho, a Triple H, that sort of thing. Not necessarily for the hardcore.
Again, I'm telling you, just so if you started and made your name with another company, there's just so far you can go.
Yeah.
Under Vince's regime. With the exception of obviously he gave Flair the championship at one time.
Yeah.
But there was just so far you could go because you were always going to be identified with the other company as far as Vince was concerned. Hardcore Holly was a pretty tough guy too, buddy.
Well, this is Crash Holly, but yes, Hardcore Holly was a tough. This is the real life Mike Lockwood, a California-based wrestler who was really, really good. I think he wrestled as Aaron O'Grady. I'm doing this off the top of my head, but he was a very, very talented performer, but he was a little undersized for the WWF at the time. And someone said, boy, he could pass for Bob Holly's cousin or brother or whatever. Right. And so that's what they did. And there's Hardcore Holly.
Yeah,
that's Mobile, Alabama, as they like to call him.
Yeah.
He had a great book, by the way. I don't know how much
Really?
is real, how much isn't. I don't really ever care. I'm just looking to be entertained, I guess. But goodness gracious, what a book he has.
Wow.
Mike Lockwood, the real life Crash Holly, no longer with us. Gone way too soon. I hate that we keep saying that about so many fucking wrestlers. I mean, dude died at 32 years old. That's stupid.
You know what? How far was Taz away from retiring here from the ring? Do you know?
That's a great question. Not too terribly far. He wasn't in the WWF very long before that was it. Let me see if I can look that up right fast. By the way, we recently watched 2 episodes of ECW over in the archives. Really encourage people to go check it out because they were episodes from 1996. So his last match would be June 9th, 2002. That's June 9th, 2002. It was a house show in Augusta, Georgia. It was Billy and Chuck taking on Rikishi and Taz. And I know what you're thinking. Well, technically, he worked one more match against Jerry Lawler at One Night Stand 06. I don't count that. It was 35 seconds. But yeah, his last match. Think about that, man. We're coming up on the 22-year anniversary of his last match. Had we looked this up 2 years ago, we damn sure would have had a cake for him in June of 2022. That would have been hilarious.
That would have been funny.
It was him and Rikishi teaming up to take on Billy and Chuck. So there's a fun little footnote for you, something you can have fun with. Taz's last match was with Billy Gunn.
Wow. Now that is a fun note that
Little
I
piece of
will.
trivia.
Yeah. Look at this. Olympic heroes for assistance.
No, for abstinence.
Oh, I'm sorry. For absence.
Oral exams, not oral sex.
Okay.
He's trying to push the 3 I's: intensity, integrity, some other bullshit. But the point is, I love that he's just trying to be
Huh.
the goody two shoes. You know,
Yeah.
drink your milk and say your
Yeah.
prayers and don't
Yeah.
have sex and do your homework. And of course, people are like, boo. We
Of
want to get
course.
fucked up. Woo, boo.
Yeah.
I know things are happening right now in the private chat. Do you need to take a timeout right now? Or are you
Hell,
good?
hell no. No.
Okay.
I got somebody else to handle my bullshit.
There you go.
Yeah.